So we're going to be making Nashville Crunchers for supper. That's going to require some ranch. I don't have any ranch, but we're going to make it from scratch. And I'm going to do this an uncut video, start to finish. No cuts. So you're going to see everything that's going on behind me. When I move and you see this mess, mind your business. I found 2 bags of turmeric yesterday, or at least 1 bag of turmeric yesterday that's almost full. Organic turmeric. I use it a lot in the dog's liquid that we've been putting on their food. Anyways, in the ranch, I have it written down in my book. Get yourself a recipe book. Start writing down your stuff. Anyhow, I'm going to make it right from scratch. That means I'm going to make the mayo too, because we don't buy mayo here anymore. I haven't bought mayo in so long. I have nothing out in front of me. So this is like legit from scratch. Okay, we're already a minute in. I've done nothing. So you're going to need garlic powder, that. So in the ranch, you're going to need garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, chives, and dill. That was way too easy. It's never easy that easy to find for me. Anyways, you're going to need those 5 ingredients in your ranch. But you're also going to need some mayo. So I'm going to grab myself an egg. Oh. We're going to make our ranch with olive oil. You're going to want a jar. And an immersion blender. Here it is. And you're going to want an immersion blender. All right. First, you're going to want your egg in the jar, and you want it without the yolk broke. I think it gives more of a whip. Anyways, never can I get it in without the yolk broke. It's always a... Nope, I did it again. Friggin' frack. Okay, it's not broken too bad. So I also put in a little bit of lemon. I don't go crazy with it. And I don't really measure out anything, just like a little squirt of lemon. And you know what? Where's the Dijon mustard? Actually, you won't believe me, but I got this whole container of old style mustard, grainy mustard, for like 60 cents. Sorry, 60 cents. So I'm just gonna scoop up a little bit again. I'm gonna like put in like a heaping teaspoon of grainy mustard. Oh, and the olive oil. I will measure that. You're gonna use the fancy measuring cups today, even though I hate them so much. But you're gonna use like a cup of olive oil. Now, you're just gonna pour that in. I don't do the drizzle thing. I don't have time for that. Now, you're gonna try to cup that yolk that I broke with the immersion blender. Now, I'll do it this way. Now, just like that. I'm so glad that worked. That would have sucked if it didn't work. The one thing I don't like about using the strong olive oil is the olive oily taste, but at least I know I'm probably going to put a little bit of sugar in that too. have to put some of this sugar out to in a container. That looks good. I should have put the sugar in first so it blended around. That's better. You don't see me, but I'm sneaking in another little bit of sugar. So that will dissolve. I kind of, actually, if I'm telling the truth here, I prefer Miracle Whip over mayo, always. So I always find ways to, I put a little bit more lemon juice in there. Oh, we got it. Okay. Now, we're going to put in a little bit of sour cream. I'm not going to measure that. If I want more after, I can put that in after. You know what? Let's put the lid back on that right away. Okay. Now you're going to want 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, 2 teaspoons of chives. I'm going to grow my own chives this summer and freeze dry them. Freeze drying them will kind of hold all that flavor in. 1 teaspoon of dill. I'm also going to grow my own dill this summer because growing dill is no big deal. Anyways, and then it's a 1/2 teaspoon each of onion powder and a 1/2 teaspoon each, of 1/2 teaspoon each of onion powder and garlic powder. And then just stir it up. Now the longer this sits in the fridge, the better it will taste. That the flavors kind of really go through it nicely. But there you have it. 8 minutes, start to finish. I couldn't go to the grocery store faster than that. Delicious. It still tastes like olive oil though. That's the one thing that bothers me about using strong olive oil, but that'll dissipate, right? I usually use like a light olive oil. So anyways, there you have it. Homemade ranch. Delicious. Now, don't be a sucky baby. Make your own shit. See you later. Bye.